Hey there. You've probably noticed by now that teams that work well together often produce results that far exceed the sum of their parts. You've probably also noticed that the opposite is just as true and far too common. Teams that are out of sync will almost always come up short. Thankfully, there exists a simple and elegant project management technique that can help overcome this issue. My name is Swapnil Gyani, and here's how you can set up your teams for success using the ARCI Matrix. Let's get started.
Teamwork, that majestic unicorn. While there's a wide range of factors that contribute to a team's failure to deliver the desired results, one of the more common ones is a lack of clarity in goals, roles, and responsibilities. I'm sure we've all worked on projects where we weren't exactly sure what was expected from us, or we weren't aware of who else was working on different parts of it, or we weren't kept in the loop when the goals changed as they so often do. Such projects are almost destined to fall short of their desired outcomes, and the people involved in such projects are likely to feel disengaged and unfulfilled. When this happens over and over again, your best talent will most certainly leave you for good. You can mitigate this risk by combining two simple project management techniques. The first is to break the project down into a hierarchy of smaller and smaller action items using the SMART goals framework. This takes care of the what, why, how, and when of your project. The second is to define the who of your project, and this is where the ARCI matrix comes in. ARCI, which is an acronym for Accountable, Responsible, Consulted, and Informed, is a responsibility assignment framework designed to bring structure and clarity to the roles people play on the project and its individual goals. Let's take a closer look at each element of the ARCI matrix. Accountable. First up, there should be one and only one person accountable for the outcome of a task. This person is the owner of this task. They would typically need to sign off on any changes and would have the final say in any disagreements over the approach or outcomes. This is where the buck stops, and this person is singularly answerable to the powers that be for this particular task. Next is responsible. These are the people who actually work on completing the task. They are the operators. You can have any number of people responsible on a task, and the person who's accountable may or may not be part of the responsible team depending on the context. Next is consulted. These are the people you would typically get in touch with for their added knowledge or expertise. Your consultants. These people don't directly work on the task itself but act as external subject matter experts. For instance, a person might be responsible for a task which requires expertise in Microsoft Excel that they currently do not possess. In such a case, they may decide to consult with the Excel guru from another team for guidance, and this Excel guru becomes the consultant on this project. And the final piece of ARCI is informed. These are your stakeholders who are affected by the outcome of this task, and they need to be kept in the loop and informed about the status of this task at all times. An organizational hierarchy becomes stable when accountability flows smoothly from top to bottom. The ARCI matrix is essentially an organized hierarchy of ownership which only works when every level of the hierarchy sets up their own ARCI. Let's take, for instance, an individual unit of work such as delivering a product or service to a customer that is landed on the CEO's desk. The CEO is of course accountable for delivering the said product or service to the customer, but in all likelihood, they aren't going to do it all by themselves. They should begin by setting up an ARCI matrix where, let's assume, they appoint the global head of operations as accountable. The global head of operations in turn should set up their own ARCI where, let's say, they make the regional manager accountable. You probably know where this is going. The regional manager should set up their own ARCI where they delegate accountability to their team leads, and the team leads in turn should develop their own ARCI where they delegate accountability for specific tasks to individual contributors within their respective teams. When this happens on a project, accountability flows smoothly from top to bottom. When this happens over and over again, your teams will automatically organize themselves in a series of concentric rings of ownership where each layer is accountable for their own work as well as that of the layers within. Now, all of this may sound a bit high level as you hear it, but ARCI is in fact one of the most practical and elegant project management systems out there. Pair it up with SMART goals and you have a winning formula on your hands with nearly limitless applications, right from managing your team's daily deliverables to organizing action items from a meeting to setting up a project charter to developing your department's strategic plan and much, much more.
So, that's all I've got for you today. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you think about this subject, or indeed if you have any questions that I can help answer. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this content. Anyway, stay safe and take very good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.